Inland Empire Express, 10:50 a.m., leaving no listeners behind. KCAA.
And this is the Ask the Fat Man Show, and this is Uncle Buck the Bumblebee with Captain Joe at the controls, and we have a very, very special guest. I met this lady's music back about 2011, I believe, with a song that I really fell in love with called Laying My Heart on the Line. Welcome, Erin. How are you today?
I am good. I had no idea that you love that song so much. Oh my God, I had no idea.
Well, it's a
but
great
I'm really
song.
Good.
It's and I was wondering where you went, and then all of a sudden you popped up today. Somebody featured you on Facebook, and I said, I got to get a hold of her and let her know that we play her music on the air and see if she'd like to be a guest.
Yeah, I just got done being featured as, just a premiere of my new single that I just came out with. And on Iceman. And now then I looked at, I've seen y'all before, and I know that I thought that I saw that you guys have been playing my music from my first album, and I recorded that album when I was 21. And Randy Meadows helped me, and Randy Meadows, his dad is Bucky Meadows, and played with Willie Nelson. And he is no longer with Bucky Meadows. But, I kind of grew up around that. So when you hear Laying My Heart on the Line, you think Patsy Cline, you think country. You think real country where country was back in the day. And that is really a beautiful song. I mean, when I recorded it and I got it back after it was mixed, I really felt like it was beautiful. It was just one of those songs where you kind of just stop and you listen. You don't have to listen to any, oh, I don't like that, or there really wasn't anything that I didn't like. So it was a good song. It was a very good song. I still love it today.
Well, it stands out on that extended play record. Let's play it, and then we'll talk some more. Here we go with Laying My Heart on the Line with Erin Eder.
I'm laying my heart on the line. Be careful, don't break it this time. Don't you take me for granted or leave me behind. I'm laying my heart on the line. Too many times I've loved and I've lost. I've been hurting and hiding the pain. And each love I had seems to always go bad. It's enough to drive me insane. But nothing seems wrong since you came along. As you love me, clean out of my mind. Oh, won't you please be sincere when you hold me, my dear. I'm laying my heart on the line. I'm laying my heart on the line. Be careful, don't break it this time. Don't you take me for granted or leave me behind. I'm laying my heart on the line. And I'm laying my heart on the line. Be careful, don't break it this time. Don't you take me for granted or leave me behind. I'm laying my heart on the line. Don't you take me for granted or leave me behind. I'm laying my heart on the line.
10:50 a.m.
I like the music a lot.
Independent music
I like your music selection.
on KCAA.
You know why I like that song so much? First of all, you remind me so much of a good friend of our show, Lacey J. Dalton. And because when I first heard that, I actually thought it was Lacey because you kind of grind it out on that particular song like she does. And that's what really caught my ear when I first heard it a few years back. And by the way, on the album cover that I have on the extended play, you were a beautiful brunette, and now on the new album cover that I got, you're a beautiful blonde. What happened?
Yes, I love to do every color and any color. It's the one thing that I have a lot of control over, and I love to change my style.
I
So I'm always
understand
going
completely
everything.
what you just said because, in the music world, if you got a lot of handlers, you don't have a lot of control over a lot of things. But that's one thing
And
you do
I've
have
just
control.
I've just started to get to that point now in my career. It's taken a while, but I'm really starting to. I just got done walking the CMA red carpet. I was featured everywhere on USA Today, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Steven Tyler was right in front of me, and I couldn't act like I really just wanted to be like, oh my God, Steven Tyler, and then then there's Dan Perry, and then there was Luke Bryan, and then there's all these people there, and I just wanted to be the little girl that screams out like a little fan, and I had to keep it together because I was like, wait, you are a CMA artist, Erin. Keep it together.
Well, I just watched the Country Christmas, and all the girls there, even the grown-up girls, was oohing and ahhing over Steven. So, you had a perfect right. Not only is he a unique judge for the time when he was on the judging the American Idol, but I remember them forever and ever and ever. And I'm 68 years old. He's right up there at my age.
Yeah, and see, I'm an old soul. I'm completely. You look at my playlist that I listen to when I'm just, if I'm on a plane or if I'm driving somewhere. All of it's all just the oldies, the music. It's blues, it's old rock and roll, it's country, it's everything. And when I made my first album, I got a lot of heat for not being red dirt country enough. And that's one thing that when I came back with a little bit of Sound of Goodbye and then Say Goodbye and a lot of the other songs that I was coming back with, I kind of made a point to say, you know what, I don't need money. I don't need I don't need money behind me to make it, and I don't need someone to tell me how my voice is going to sound, because just like you said, you thought it was someone when you heard that song, and that was me being me. That was my voice, and that is how my voice sounds. And I love soul, and I love country, and I love rock. So I love to mix it all up, and then, just let it come out and just let it have that emotion. So that was a perfect song. And it really, as I was listening to it, it brought back so many memories. It's actually a blessing that I got to hear it again.
Let's hear Sound of Goodbye, and then I want to feature another one of your older ones. I'll pull them up, and then you can tell me which one to feature. But let's listen to this new one, because this new one's very exciting.
All right.
It all starts out innocent, little creek in the floor, the silence that follows the slam of the door, just a heartbreak barely makes even raising it, but the emptiness that follows you can hear loud and clear. Some people say the worst thing they've ever heard is a simple phrase, let me say, it's more than just words. It's all leading up to leaving end, the sound that makes whispers scream loud like a cruel twist of fate. It just weeks old. Warmth of the whiskey somehow leaves you cold. Just a memory is all you see to the thick amber haze. Been numbing your feelings for what seems like days. Some people say the worst thing they've ever heard is a simple phrase. Let me say it's more than just words. It's all leading up to leaving end. The sound that makes whispers scream loud like a cruel twist of fate. It just builds and it builds till slowly they drown. Sound of each teardrop as they hit the ground. So silent you hear when it's too late to cry. The last thing you hear is why. It's worse than the sound of goodbye.
All aboard the Inland Empire Express. 10:50 a.m. Leaving no listeners behind. KCAA.
Boy, Erin, I love that song too. That song could grow on you.
That one does. That one is, those lyrics, I mean, oh gosh, those lyrics, anyone can really relate to them. And, you could probably hear it when the second verse, you can hear it when I kind of use a little bit more of an inflection in my voice. You can tell that that's probably like my favorite verse that I sing. And then when I hit that ending, it was just beautiful. I mean, it was, I just kept thinking, oh, what am I going to do with this ending? What am I going to do with it? And I was in the studio, and then I just would play it. And then, I sang into the mic, and he said, I think that's it. And he said, I think you're done. And then I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And we heard it back, and I went, oh my gosh. I was like, it was meant to be. So, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome, and just being a part of, getting your message this last minute. I I love it, and I really appreciate you guys just, kind of just being, hey, come on and be a guest, and really, I really appreciate you guys, like, having me on, last minute, not even planning it, really.
Well, we like spontaneity on our show. We are live radio, so, we have people just on the road. They'll just call in from their cell phone or this or that. It don't matter to us. And the nice thing about YouTube is you can call in, and I can find just about anything if I don't have it in my own files.
Yeah.
So
YouTube is the musician's Bible sometimes.
I really believe that. Now, I've got your extended play up from 2011. Which cut would you like me to feature off of it besides Laying My Heart on the Line?
Oh, let's see. You did say goodbye. How about I let your engineer pick one? How about I let him pick one? Just anyone out of the whole list, just pick one.
Oh, okay. Now you're putting me on the spot here.
Yeah.
How about Since You've Been Gone?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Since You've Been Gone, right here.
Since you've been gone, I don't hang around as often as before, 'cause it tears my heart in two when my friends all ask of you. Now I'm alone and I'm not really sure if I can survive. Since you've been gone, there's a part of me that's died. So what? Since you've been gone, I just sit at home and hold my head and cry. Since you've been gone, there's some part of me that's died. When the best thing in your life has just walked out on you. Since you've been gone, I just sit at home and hold my head and cry. Since you've been gone, there's some part of me that's died.
Yes, this is the Ask the Fat Man Show with Uncle Buck, the Bumblebee, and Captain Joe at the controls, and our great guest tonight, Erin Eder. And we are really so happy to be able to feature some of her old music and, of course, her new music. And you've been such a really great guest. We were just chatting back and forth that you know how to handle yourself on the air, and we really appreciate that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I always tell, ever since I started my first radio tour, when I first did this album, I graduated from Sam Houston State University with a theater degree. So I do have my little acting background, but at the same time, I learned very quickly. The first interview at the radio tour, the guy came in and he says, "All right, we're going to play your song, and then I'm going to ask you this, 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 and this." He's like, "You got it?" And I'm scared. I look like a deer in headlights, and I just say, "Okay." And then he starts going, and I just start just unloading, and it ended up being a great interview. And I got better and better and better as I went through each radio station, and they love me over at the Netherlands now, and in Australia, and it's just growing, and I'm just so blessed that my music has, gone so far, and it keeps growing. I can't, sometimes it's just mind-blowing. Really, it is.
Well, Erin, sometime tomorrow I'll cut this interview out of the show, and I'll put it up on YouTube for you, and you can send it around the world, too.
I will totally do that, and maybe we'll get started, give me a holler.
We always encourage the younger artists to call in. We try to feature people that don't often get airplay or is trying to break into radio, because somebody needs to do it for the young generation coming up, and we love doing it, and we love having you on the show. And we're so happy that you were spontaneous enough an hour and a half ago say, "Hell yeah, I'll be on."
Yeah. No biggie. I loved it. I love spontaneous, and I love doing radio. And if you guys ever want someone to fill in, you're not feeling good one day, just call me up. I'll come over and I'll fill in for you. Okay?
Well, see, the nice thing about it is, if you've got a Skype, you don't have to come over. You can just fill in right from your living room.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Believe it or not, you're in Houston, Texas. I'm in Boise, Idaho, and Joe's in San Bernardino, where the terrestrial part of this airs on AM 1050, and then of course we're all over the internet, and we're on iHeartRadio, and so technology is wonderful nowadays.
Oh yes, yeah, it is, especially. So definitely, I do want to say that if I have any fans out there listening, please go follow me on Erin Eder Music with my Facebook page or my Twitter page. It's at Erin Eder 0504, but then it'll also say Erin Eder Music on top. So you'll see me, it's the blonde hair and everything, and I have my brand new single, Strong Shot of You, which will be actually on iTunes and for sale by the end of this week. So I'm really excited to get that out there. Well, make sure
you link me, and I'll feature it on the show. And by the way, we do a show on Thursday nights called Vegas, USA with Bruce Marin, one of the very special people out of Las Vegas. And we have some huge entertainers on there. And I will put a link on your Facebook each Thursday with who we're having. And I really encourage you to just call in and say hi, and then we'll announce who you are. And because that one goes all over the world when every week on YouTube. And I always encourage people, piggyback with somebody else. Get your name out there.
Oh, definitely. I would love that. I love talking. So I'm a woman who doesn't love talking.
Well, I've got just enough time to replay Sound of Goodbye. And with that, we will say goodbye. Thanks, Erin.
Thank you so much.
Little creak in the floor, the silence that follows the slam of the door. Just a heartbreak barely makes even raising near, but the emptiness that follows you can hear loud and clear. Some people say the worst thing they've ever heard is a simple phrase. Let me say it's more than just words. It's all leading up to leaving end, the sound that makes. Whisper, scream loud like a cruel twist of fate. It just builds and it builds till slowly they drown. Sound of each teardrop as they hit the ground. So silence you hear when it's too late to try. It's worse than the sound of goodbye. Yeah, your ears are still aching when the hurting takes hold. Warmth of the whiskey somehow leaves you cold. Just a memory is all you see through the thick amber haze. Been numbing your feelings for what seems like days. Some people say the worst thing they've ever heard is a simple phrase. Let me say it's more than just words. It's all leading up to leaving end, the sound that makes. Whisper, scream loud like a cruel twist of fate. It just builds and it builds till slowly they drown. Sound of each teardrop as they hit the ground. So silence you hear when it's too late to try. The last thing you hear is why. It's worse than the sound of goodbye.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma